Okay. So, I am not super confident on whether I plan on streaming this entire game because it's just kind of gotten a little mentally taxing to stream, especially now that I'm the only one doing it. But I think we should be good to go now. Yeah, I was hoping that Joe would want to be streaming this event. I was hoping that Joe would choose to stream this because then it would be possible for me to just kind of like hang out on his stream instead of having to do it myself. But oh well. Okay, let's get started. How y'all doing tonight? Can't believe Joe hates us? Absolutely. That is exactly how I would describe it. 8 days ago, contact with Galactic Federation Trooper Squad Bravo was lost. Contract agreement. Locate Federation troopers and render assistance. Data confirmation. Last transmission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasha region called Ether. Uploading last known coordinates now. Galactic Federation troopers, not one known for their skilled survival. No, not really. Have they ever really done anything but just die? Which of the three Prime games do you like the most? This one, honestly. Prime 2 has been my favorite of them because I feel like... So overall, I don't like Prime as much as I like 2D Metroid. That's kind of like what I need to say up front. But I think that Prime 1 doesn't totally figure itself out in a way. So, I like what Prime 2 goes for a lot in its atmosphere more. But I think it is close between 1 and 2. 3, I don't like as much as the first two, but it's also not bad. And I don't like any of the Primes as much as I like any of the 2D games. Except, like, NES Metroid and Game Boy Metroid 2. But aside from, oh god, where does it think my sensor bar is? Do I need to, like, change that in settings? Oh man, this is gonna be unfortunate. But this should work for now. Okay. Prime 2 goes into harder sci-fi fantasy. There's a ton of old fantasy vibes here, yeah. Alright. Set your housing. Power grid, motivator unit, and energy projection array. All systems are offline due to age or structural damage. Object contains large quantity of acidic fluids. Fluids may be used by indigenous bioforms for digestive purposes. Shell is vulnerable to weapon fire. That is convenient for me. I considered playing the GameCube version, and I almost wish I had chosen to, but... Starship Hunter-class gunship. A vessel registered to Samus Aran. Your ship has been damaged. Auto-repair function initiated. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save game progress. Okay. Yeah, I'm real worried the sensor bar position is going to become a problem, but it worked well enough last week. It should work well enough now. Durable plant form adapted to low light environment. The presence of a plant container suggests that it was placed here for decoration, possibly by local sentients. Swear I scanned the ship on GameCube and there wasn't a log. There might not have supposed to have been there. Unable to interface with door control system. Cannot translate alien text. To access door controls, you would need to update your translator files. Sensor bar better on top of the TV. I agree, but my TV is too thin for the sensor bar to fit there comfortably. Object scan complete. This is a Galactic Federation crate. These storage units are known for their complex lock systems. Destroy them to discover their contents. Oh, big crate. And what do we got here? Device is part of a ventilation system. Converted to dispense pesticides. System is still active. Pesticide supply at 13% and dropping. Logs are definitely among the things that they changed in Trilogy. I know that much for sure. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match splinter. Source of the termination, inhalation of industrial grade pesticide. Toxic elements are still present in local atmosphere. Maintain suit lockdown for effective life support. Does it think? Oh, fuck. I think it thinks that my sensor bar is on top of the TV. So, actually, once we hit a save point, I'm going to fix that. Mark 6 gate armored defense system. This gate is used with armored security locks. The locks must be neutralized for the gate to operate. The gate is durable, resistant to all but the most potent explosives. Well, it's a good thing we can just read this next to it, and that will open it up. Codex genome match splinter bioscan indicates creature was hit by an unusual amount of weapon fire, more than necessary to kill it. Marines are not prone to such overkill. Prime 1 opened with a short tutorial crawl on a space station, leading to an explosive escape run. Prime 2 opens much quieter, still showing up after a sort of disaster, but there's a different feel. There, absolutely. I think that Prime 1's opening was meant to be kind of action-oriented on purpose, so that basically so that it wasn't a Metroid game in a way, even though it does turn into a Metroid game afterwards. Object scan complete. This is a converted cargo pod gate. This gate was once part of a starship cargo bay. It has been modified for security purposes. It will move when a nearby panel is scanned. Good thing we know where that is. Security panel online. Gate control system restored. Moving gate to open position. Map stations is not a scan this time. Communication system offline. Analysis indicates wiring damage in 3 crucial areas. Local hostiles are likely source of damage. Unable to repair system. Ventilation system conversion complete. Dispensing of pesticide is commenced. Pesticide is proving ineffective. Hostile forces decreasing in number, though still at critical levels. Security gate report. All gates remain intact. Several gates have taken considerable damage from hostile forces. Repeated assaults may lead to a gate breach in chambers A and C. Casualty report Sector A. 3 troopers lost. They were unable to open Gate A1 when a gas trap was engaged, and could not escape to safety. Lock malfunction is to blame. That's what we call a skill issue. I wouldn't say it's not Metroid, it's kind of a longer Ceres. Yeah, but I think how short Ceres is part of why Ceres... Like, it's part of what... I don't know. Okay. So once we get to that first save room, we're going to close the game and make sure that the sensor bar is configured correctly because it does not feel like it is. Oh, that sucks. All right. Worker Splinter, drone of the Splinter Hive, low threat target, generate webbing for use in its duties. Why are these things transparent? I never understood that. Terminated bioscan complete. Codex genome match standard human. Scans indicate this trooper died of cardiac arrest. Chemical levels in body suggest a state of extreme fear at time of death. Source of fatal wounds. Galactic Federation assault weapon. Trooper was in all likelihood killed by friendly fire. Whether it was an accident or not remains to be seen. Scans detect extremely high levels of an unknown toxin in target's body. Numerous micropunctures in armor and body trace elements of toxin around these areas. Powered door system. Okay, yep. Just a door. This is where we get into the good shit. Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Personal log entry GSG. What rank is that? Galactic Sergeant class. Galactic Sergeant C. Bennett. There's something wrong with the lock systems in this section. They failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. Pretty sure some fauna that doesn't get regular exposure to sunlight often develop lower skin pigmentation to the point some are transparent. But other splinters aren't transparent. That's the thing. Like, it's not consistent. And also, even if their skin is transparent, they just still have, like, organs and stuff. Enemy movement analysis complete. Attempts to block access have been in vain. Enemy units have bypassed our gates and shields by burrowing through the earth nearby. Don't blame him for taking some time to get people used to an entirely different control scheme. I don't think the Frigate Orphean is bad by any means. I just think it's kind of like funny how it's not really the general pace of the game. Security breach, multiple areas, all units to full alert. Command and control center compromised. Repel invading hostiles at all costs. All units cleared to engage. Zero life signs. Trooper's armor computer heavily damaged, unable to recover log entries. Scans indicate target was recently terminated. Unknown life form. That's like... That just looks like a Sheegoth. What do you mean unknown? Engineering status log D. Senge reporting. I've installed one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity could knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. Holy shit. Alright, Codex Genome Match Splinter. Targets were terminated by a variety of trooper weapons. Unknown biochemical residue present on several exoskeletons. Further research recommended. Alright, I'm going to physically move the sensor bar a bit. Alright, hopefully that doesn't make it worse. I put it on top of this, the surround center channel speaker, but it's a little tilted, so I'm worried that'll make it worse. No, it's mostly better so far, so hopefully it stays better. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match splinter. Source of termination, blunt trauma to critical areas. Evidence suggests these bioforms were eliminated in close combat by unarmed troopers. Device bomb slot, powered system on a control unit. Insert the morph ball into the slot, then detonate a bomb. Alright. It's moments like this where I am... Oh, I was adjusting my camera, sorry. It's moments like this where I'm very sad Joe's not streaming this game. I really want to see his reaction to stuff like this. New creatures entry. Morphology, Dark Trooper. Deceased Galactic Federation soldier. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper and the presence of an unknown biomass. I like, by the way, in this game, we get to, like, look at the models. I think that's a big step up from the scientific art in the first game was a cool idea, but it writes a check that the low resolution on GameCube could not cash. Alright, those aren't research scans anymore. Oh, I can feel my wrist getting fucked up by playing with the pointers. I really don't know if I want to continue playing the Wii version. I might switch to the GameCube version for next week, honestly. Because this is, like, physically painful. Seek alternate exit. Alright, moving gate to open position. This is a weird way to design a gate, by the way. Alright. I don't know what rank SPC would be. Spacer, I guess? I don't know. I don't like this plan. The Hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of Hive systems like this across the planet, and they may all be linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other Hives into attacking. Specialist. Interesting. There she is. Although it's really there, it is. Dark Samus is just a Phazon-infused monster more than anything. Unknown dimensional anomaly. Anomaly seems to be a dimensional rift. Target destination unknown. Unknown life form. Zero life. Oh my god. I can barely talk tonight. Cause of death, cardiac arrest due to electrocution. Subject was ensnared in a network of live wires leading from an active power core. It might be a short stream tonight, too, because I did not sleep well last night. I had to get up early for a doctor's appointment. Evidence suggests target was caught in a power cell explosion. Cellular breakdown from radiation exposure present in 72% of target's biomass. Phazon-infused monster created from the corrupted portion of Samus' suit and the remnants of Metroid Prime. Sure is. So, I think I might call it once we get to Agon Wastes, which is pretty early. But I am, like, very tired and kind of like struggling to keep my eyes open. Totally got that 100% at Enigma Prime when I didn't look it up. I came so close when we played for Smashterpieces. I still don't know what it was I was missing. I think it was kind of silly that like Retro Studios felt the need to explain Samus's powers being lost. Because I don't think anyone would have really questioned it otherwise. I really do think that it's one of those things where addressing it is what makes it weird. It's like when the Legends Arceus decided to explain that every single Pokemon has the ability to shrink down to fit inside a Pokeball, and that is something that it does willingly. It's like no one was wondering. You really did not need to explain that. And it is only now that you have chosen to explain it that I'm thinking about it. The sensor bar sliding off the speaker. It's not going to work there. I don't know what to do, but it can't stay there. I really might not be able to play the whole Wii version. Oh, I forgot we keep the Morph Ball. Okay, we're going to make sure the sensor bar is set correctly, because it does not feel like it is. Barely use any of the stuff that got stolen. I think it's because they decided, hey, these bosses we named Power Up Guardian. Let's have it be that they stole Samus's power ups. Then remember they have to have Samus start with them. Oh fuck! I forgot you literally need the gamepad for the system settings because this is the worst system Nintendo's ever made. Okay, sensor bar position is currently set to below TV, so let's see if adjusting the sensitivity helps. That is not what sensitivity means. All right, let's see if I can physically get this to sit on top of my TV. This will take a second. Alright. I used electrical tape to tape the sensor bar to the top of the television. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna scream. I forgot to set it to above TV, didn't I? There's no way the setting is different in Wii U in Wii mode. I don't think the setting's available in Wii mode. I think it forces you to do it in the Wii U. The problem is, like, I'm just getting carpal tunnel act up. Like my wrist hurts with the sensor bar where it was. I need it to be set differently than that. Time to wait 5 minutes to get in the settings again, yeah. At least this is post-patch Wii U. Can you believe it used to be worse? Like, why is it even possible for it to be worse? I wonder why this console failed. Hello? There we go. I was just saying, some people call the Wii U this misunderstood masterpiece of a console. Can you believe that? The health and safety information menu lets you open Metroid Prime Trilogy. And you can't tell me I'm wrong because I know you haven't opened the health and safety information. You don't know what it does. That's the intended purpose of that app. Suki's walking around. Hi, what you doing? Doing okay? Mm-hmm. Alright, the game is now playable. What are you doing, Suki? You gonna cause trouble? What are you doing? Hi. Okay. Now we're in it for real. It's time to video game. There are settings for me to adjust controls, right? Yes. Controls. Lock on free aim. Yes. Is Rumble on? I like Rumble. Yes, Rumble's on. Okay. Cool. Display. Ooh, brightness. Oh, well, there's nothing, like, to help me decide what the brightness is supposed to be, so... Sound. Okay, it's just volumes. Visors. Okay, whatever. Homebrewed Wii U is a great system. A non-hacked one was barely worth using even back when it was relevant. Yeah, pretty much. That's not where I was standing. Unable to interface with door, cannot translate alien text. Lock armor disengage, destroy locks to activate the gate. Alright, let's see what we got here. Object scan complete. This is a heavy transport crate. Unit cannot be destroyed. Currently connected to industrial winch system for movement. This is a Galactic Federation combat crane. Portable lifting system used by troops to assemble temporary battle structures. Powerful winch system lifts and moves objects quickly. Locked an alien language, eh? Speak friend and enter. Ba weep grana weep ninny bong. Alright, Mark II bridge, portable bridge system. This bridge is durable, but often locks in place, leading the Marines to call for a new design. Oh, extra big. Strongest metals in the cosmos. Strongest stuff in the galaxy. I believe that was a line in Metroid Dread. The one that everyone clowned on for some reason. See, these ones aren't transparent. Morphology Splinter, predatory insectoid hunter. Splinters are aggressive and dangerous in numbers. Their light armor is no match for your weapons, however. Funny how Prime makes the majority of the Galactic Federation troopers are as effective as a hillbilly with a shotgun. I mean, we only really see them being incompetent in this game, and it's against the Ing. And that's not exactly a normal scenario that they're supposed to be trained to deal with. I think that they... Oh, gotta kill that bot. But I think that what happens to them in this game is fairly understandable. And I mean, it's a horror movie setting. The horror movie monsters are supposed to be tough. Green Crawly, omnivorous hunter-gatherer. Simple-minded creature, patrols turf in search of nourishment. Low threat index, avoid physical combat. The content. I know it's not natural, it's standard people fighting Eldritch, but the fence gets stuck into regular and several other issues. Okay, look. And, alright, Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry Private First Class M. Veroni. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time, and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. I remember liking that line in particular a lot as a kid. It would not be very helpful, they're right. Object is composed of nutrient-grade biomatter, protected by thick exobarrier and tensile webbing. Possible source of nourishment for local bioforms. Surprised in Prime 3 to watch a PED trooper took on a small squad of space pirates. He thought, wait, they aren't just red shirts. Pretty much, yeah. Object scan complete. Statue's motivator unit is functional but requires power to operate. The power beam can't energize the statue. Seek an alternate energy source. Let me scan the dark portal. Temple grounds. And now's when the music starts. Oh, that's gonna be an annoying scan to get those eggs. Oh no, a frayed wire. How unfortunate. I don't think I can get that right now. I'm definitely not supposed to get it, at least. You know, when Prime 4 comes out and how you guys would play twin stick, probably it's gonna be so bad. I found the twin stick controls in remastered to be good, at least. Mark 7 defense gate, durable Federation barrier. Gate is composed of densium. Involved with weapons, so high yield explosives are effective. I probably should have paid a little more attention to that. Block contains densium. The local creatures have weakened it along with time and erosion. Does erosion happen in a cave? Isn't erosion, like, from weather? Gate security protocol initiated. You're cleared to proceed. Some gates will remain locked down to prevent future incursions by hostile forces. I mean, there should be a way to override that, probably, right? Although Prime Remastered, I remember, did fuck up the partially charged beam. I remember being really upset about that. Alright, Private First Class El Bruda. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online, and atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacons. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. Caves have moisture. Moisture's fake. It's a conspiracy made up by the government. Comm system activated, initiating automated distress signal. Adjusting transmitter for optimal performance. Prime 1 and 2 stage design does factor in the older FPS philosophy, Prime 3 being the first game that has a pseudo-twin stick modern FPS style. I've never thought of it that way. I'll have to pay attention to that the next time I play Prime 3. Transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. Alright, Growler class turret. Automated defense system. Lightly armored gun used for point defense. Fast targets can avoid its tracking system. It requires a lot more aiming at specific body parts outside the lock-on. Okay, an interface module is used to operate this gate. Scan the interface. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I got like 5 hours of sleep. Unable to scan target local interference. Whatever. Oh, scan. Object scan complete. Biostructure has been compromised by burrowing predators. Tunnel leads to control area. Power restored to gate unit. Control circuit malfunction. Gate may operate in erratic function. Active Federation Marine Corps Specialist M. Angseth. This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here, and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out here taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. Token feminism. Oh my god, it's like the same bot. For some reason, when I was a kid, this specific room felt a lot further into the game than it actually is. I don't know why. While on patrol on the Dasha system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled, and it crashed on the planet Ether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Ether's atmosphere. For some reason, it's a lot easier to tell that this is pre-rendered. I've never even noticed that it is. Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our comm systems. Upon landing, we split into 2 units, 1 to 7 ops base. I didn't have time to read that. Each unit was doing fine, no problems. Until they appeared. Why is the theme of Samus Aran playing? This is like how, like with the Norfair theme, in, being the Magmor Caverns theme, but like, I don't think Retro Studios totally understands the context in which classic Metroid themes were used. Yeah, with his music in this cutscene went to work on Rise of Skywalker. Alright. Personnel log entry. Captain Exeter. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. Galactic Federation data terminal is inactive. Memory core damaged. Unable to restore access. Seek individual log entries and trooper armor suit systems. Starship GFS tier. And her class patrol ship. Used to transport Galactic Federation Marines. Vessel has sustained heavy combat damage. Oh, fuck. There's more information on every log. I didn't even realize that every single log has more information if I click through to it. The Anarch class is a state-of-the-art warship designed to police defend planetary systems. This ship, the GFS tier, has been heavily damaged. It appears that the crew have dismantled parts of the tier as well, possibly for use as makeshift defense systems. Well, I'm not gonna go back and read through every log that we've missed so far, because that'd be too much downtime. But I'm definitely going to be reading them all in detail from here on. Galactic Federation Ordnance Crate. Tactical data suggests the presence of a personal weapon system within the crate. Use of heavy force required to eliminate the crate. Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry. Lieutenant Corporal J. Brode. Man, I hope that's the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. I should probably talk to my doctor about whether I'm dyslexic for how I tend to struggle reading and like interacting with user interfaces. Like is that a thing? Should I is it right for me to be thinking that? Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry Private Corporal S. Milligan. Bruta lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figure this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other guys guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey, halt. No. How? You lost that bet, buddy. Sorry. Personal log entry, Private Corporal... Alright, is that... Private First Class, G. Haley. I think it's easier to mix it up while reading out loud. Probably, yeah. But I also struggle so much with UI. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep, ever. They'll eat me. Eat. Personnel log entry Specialist F Triplet. Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is those things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo, even Brode, and he's the stingiest grunt I know. I do like the little kind of implied storytelling there of the splinters that you fought so far take no hits to kill. Fix bayonets. Yeah, I'm not gonna just read out every name, but is there any interesting details here? Downloaded the map for this area. Okay. Could one of these be the deleter? God. Remember the other M streams? Those were good times. Is it damaged art? Hollow projectors are offline. Combat damage appears final. Repairs are unlikely. The Sunday night stream slot was an absolutely wild time. Worse than you remember? Yeah, that game really was worse than I remembered. Press down on the D-pad to fire. Press A to switch back to beams. Missiles can destroy some blast shields on doors. Additional data downloaded to the inventory screen. Press 2 to exit. Yeah. Morphology Dark Splinter. Darkling possessed insectoid predator. The alien symbiote within the splinter augments its strength and durability. Threat level raised. Target is host to a parasitic bioform. The presence of the parasite increases the target's overall combat threat level. Concentrated weapons fire will damage the target. The AI is definitely reused beetles from the first game, right? Like, there's a lot of reused AI in this game. I think like 70% of the enemies are reused, probably. Private First Class I Cranny. Last night at Chow, Angsa starts talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in this Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can. Okay, we've got missiles now. So where does it want us to use them? I'm assuming back in the direction we came from. Game must be starting to advance. Recommend use of high yields explosives. Oh, not high enough. Santa and Bigfoot confirmed in the Metroid universe. Alright, was there something I need to do here then? Seek individual log entries in Trooper armor suit systems. Oh, I can jump over this here. How embarrassing. Power restored to kinetic orb cannon. Love those. Why does this exist diegetically? Like, what is it for? What can I do over here? That's just a power bomb door. That's for later. Scans indicate presence of a control system. Interface method unknown. Control units not present in the visible spectrum or the current time space. What the fuck does that mean? I mean, I know what it means because I played the video game, but like, why would a suit's analysis system ever say control units not present in the visible spectrum or current time space? Why would you ever program it to say that? Alright, Private First Class E. Dennis. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive. When I got to the ship, everyone was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait, something's moving down there. Hello? Sucks. Oh, these are like the most reused. War Wasp, cunning aerial hunter, airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. Target can fire blasts of energy at foes. The War Wasp rarely strays from its hive unless pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive bombing its enemy with its stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. If it battles foes at range, it will fire bursts of potent energy. But if time-space is just a well-known thing, then I feel like there's some pretty substantial lore things that we've never learned about Metroid. First example of creature recycle is the Metroid here, literally labeled Talon Metroids. I always remember the thing that's just a baby Sheegoth as being the most blatant. Thanks for playing this. Now it'll be in next month's Direct. Fuck you. Xenotech Kinetic Orb Cannon fires small spherical objects at high speeds. Scan interface panel to bring the cannon online, then enter the hologram to fire. The purpose of the Kinetic Orb Cannon is unclear. It may have originally been designed for industrial use, then converted to a combat system in later times. Well, that's exactly what I was asking earlier, so... I'm not streaming Mother 3. This isn't the reason I decided to not to stream Mother 3, but, like, it's, like, so set in now. I'm definitely not. War Wasp Hive, organic domicile for insect predators. Destroying the structure will eliminate war wasps inside. Explosive weapons can damage it. War wasps require considerable amounts of sleep after a long hunt. They weave a protective hive from organic fluids they secrete themselves, then crawl inside to rest. Though safe from most predators, the hives can be damaged by explosive weapons. I like how the thing about, like, most of the enemies in the Prime series, like the monster-type enemies, is that, like, when you scan them, it explains how these are actually deeply dangerous creatures, and Samus is just that powerful. It's okay, we just need the podcast episode. That's not how it worked for Paper Mario. Structural analysis complete. Wall section is structurally unsound. The thing is, if they do remake Mother 3 or re-release it in some form, then I have to stream that if I don't stream it for the podcast. What's wrong with Mother 3 outside of being overrated despite doing some cool shit? Because if Mother 3 manifests through the Smashterpieces curse, then that's it. There's no coming back from that point. God has made, like, that is a statement from God if that happens. Structural analysis complete. Wall section is structurally unsound. Explosive damage may cause it to weaken. Heavy impact may cause it to shatter. Cool. Time to find another kinetic orb cannon. Rip Gact. Honestly, thank God that that game was the exception, because if we had killed Gact... But also, of all games to be the exception, why that one? Let's see, where can I go from here? It was on the it was one of the wrap-up episodes. I forget which one exactly, though. I do not remember exactly when the pirate logs start popping up. Where the fuck do I go? Where do I go? Can't jump up here. That's not structurally unsound. Can I do anything here? No. I'm actually not entirely sure what to do. Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot. No one gets to say anything until you've streamed a video game on this channel. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 8 cycles. Trace amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemical's effect on living biomatter. I think I also missed it on my recent playthrough, so you get the pass this time. Power relay is connected. Elevator unit online. Step into the hologram to activate the elevator. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. This may explain the lack of carrion feeding. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Target's size and muscle mass suggests heavy combat training. It's likely that it was a warrior of some kind. The lack of gear, armor, or weapons is curious. Perhaps they were taken by others of its kind. Well, that's really annoying. Active power system cables. Energy flow from prime generator to auxiliary system detected. Mechanical analysis complete. Device is part of a compromised security system. Only basic door systems remain online. Section has taken heavy damage. Telluric alloy within section has fractured, leaving area unstable. Unable to scan object. Unknown energy field is scrambling the scan wave. Field is localized and holding a steady level. Further investigation advised. Units identified as hybernetic stasis chambers. Life signs of hibernating bioforms within the chambers are steady. Chambers are made of a number of exotic metals. It would be quite difficult to breach them with conventional weapons. Why were regular splinters in here ready to attack? Like, this doesn't seem to be a very efficient place to hunt for prey. Morphology, alpha splinter, alpha male of a war pack. That's not a thing. Gigantic predator, very swift and strong. It uses ramming attacks to defeat its foes. Splinter war packs are dominated by the largest male. Alpha splinters use their tremendous strength, size, and speed to subdue and kill prey, paving the way for their smaller broodlings. Okay, so, like, alpha theory, like the theory of like an alpha animal in a pack, that's been disproven, right? Like pretty thoroughly. For wolves, okay. Theory wins this time. Dark Alpha Splinter, alpha male of a Darkling Warpack. Gigantic predator with symbiote enhanced strength, speed, and armor. Splinter alpha males are the first to be targeted for Darkling possession. Dark Alpha Splinters grow in strength and durability, making them an even greater threat than normal. If I remember right, didn't the person who originally, like, came up with Alpha Theory totally, like, disown it? I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna fucking die. It's the first boss, and I'm gonna fucking die. I have not learned its tells enough. System alert, unknown item acquired. Alien technology has bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. I mean, it could still be spyware. Have you considered that? Object analysis complete. This is a regional energy controller. Unit regulates planetary energy in this sector and is linked to a global energy network. Energy controllers were built by the Luminoth to regulate Ether's planetary energy. Several wonders are powered by the energy controllers, including a weather control grid and a teleportation system. When Dark Ether was born, it too had energy controllers, all linked to that world's planetary energy. How do you know that? Do not be afraid. I am Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our world's peril. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Ether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was Ether, there were now two. One of light, and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Ether, for a new race was born that day on the Dark World, one filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Ether was born, our planetary energy was divided. Half for our world, and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us. Help us restore our world. You're our only hope, Samus. Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I have also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors closed with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you. Alright, so, vote now on your phones. Did they always intend for, like, the whole Phazon comes from space thing? Or did they get to Prime 3 and go, oh shit, we had asteroids hit both of these planets? Morphology, Luminoth. Umos. Indigenous sentient species of planet Aether. Subject is Umos, sentinel of the Luminoth, guardian of his species and of his sacred temple. Subject is Umos, a sentinel of the Luminoth. Scans indicate numerous beneficial abilities, including heightened reflexes, durability, psionics, and flight. Ability to generate and manipulate energy on par with that of the Chozo. Dating scans suggest an age of 2.15 centicycles. Only known active member of the species, remaining Luminoth locked in protective stasis until crisis is resolved. Sucks to be them. I don't quite think Phase was thought yet, but they thought asteroid causing Phase. I wonder how we can source this. Maybe they don't know the exact origin, but at least maintaining consistency until then. Okay. Initial analysis complete. Chamber holds a collection of several types of energy. Notable types include solar, bio, and geothermal energy. Unable to measure exact power levels with current scan equipment. A new lore entry has been added. Luminoth lore translated. Origins. It is told that the Luminoth were not born of Aether, but of the stars. In the early days, we roamed the greatness of the void, bathing in the glorious light of 1,000 stars. We met a vast number of enlightened minds, the Nikran, the Ila, and the Chozo among them. Each of them, we found, had claimed a homeworld and formed a deep bond with it. In time, we decided to do the same. Okay. Holy shit, why it's so hard for me to control this. There we go. Alright. So, like I said, unfortunately I did not sleep well. I'm very tired, and if I'm being frank, I started the stream later than I intended to. So, after the next save station, we're going to call it. Mechanism, Light Flyer. Light-generating flyer. Target mechanoid is quite durable. It can fire bursts of energy in combat. The Light Flyer is an aggressive flying drone. Once loyal to the Luminoth, it will now fire a burst of energy at any living thing within range. It generates light at all times, making it somewhat easy to target. So, since I don't have to wait for anyone for the Prime 2 streams, I do intend to start them a little earlier than the Paper Mario streams tended to start. I will be trying to shoot for, like, closer to 6:30. I couldn't do that because my disc for Prime Trilogy was no longer working, so I had to find a digital solution. And that's why the stream started later than intended. Yeah, unfortunately, like, the disc just, it seems done and dead. Let this gateway forever protect our sacred temple. May you find enlightenment and peace. Attachment system, winch connector destroyed, structural integrity 99.6%. Neat. Nice Nintendo to reopen the eShop just long enough for you to buy the Prime Trilogy. True. Although, what are you talking about? I always, actually, I have no idea if this is how it works, but it was cool that, like, so, like, I downloaded and installed the game, and then my save file from the disc, like, was, like, it's just there and still working. Like, obviously I knew that, like, the save file was stored to the system, but I didn't know that, like, running the eShop version was the same as running the disc as far as save data is concerned. So that's kind of cool to know. Yeah, so I had never bought one of the Wii games on Wii U. Because all the games that I cared to buy, I already had. It'd be more weird if they had separate saves. The thing about Nintendo is that you can never count on them to do the logical thing that makes sense. Why does that all count as one room? That's weird. I would honestly say that when Nintendo doesn't fuck something up, that's the exception. Oh, I'm guessing that's where I... No, that was a... Wasn't that a power rumble? No, I'm thinking of something else. That's where I need to go, isn't it? I have no missiles. I would like to have a missile. I'm not sure how to get up there. I would like to know where to get up there. Take the path over here. Oh, this looks like it needs the screw attack much later in the game. Unless I can jump up on here, maybe? Let me hop on that elevator. I don't remember if I destroyed a crate there, so let's try to get it to respawn if there was one. we go. God, I would really love if this game got the same remaster treatment as the first one, but I think it's so unlikely because we know that the first one was in development for so long, and, like, I don't think it makes sense to, like, devote development resources to another one this close to Prime 4. Okay, no, this is just gonna require the screw attack later, I guess. Or, no, space jump boots. Duh, you get that way earlier, don't you? I'm a fucking idiot. There's at least some overlap in work in this, between this and Prime 1. Yes, but, like, that would still be a full-sized game development project, though. Oh, that was a unique scan that I sped through. Whoops. Oh, well. Not to mention it would be a competing product, depending on when it came out. Jefem's Testament. Final entry, Warrior Jefem. Their army swells. Beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ing sent these new additions to the industrial site to do battle with me, while they watched from safety. Cowardly Mongols. My only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. May it come soon. Okay, so if I recall correctly, those are hints for where the Dark Temple keys will be later. First things I did when I homebrewed my Wii U was back up my Wii discs as injects, so I don't have to deal with my Wii mode for anything outside of WiiWare. I just don't care enough about, like, backing up my personal copies. I don't think that that's a big deal when Nintendo is not offering any way to purchase a game. Like, the way that I feel right now about this disc, Metroid Prime Trilogy, especially Prime 2 and 3, Nintendo is currently not offering any way to legally obtain Prime 2 or 3 from them. Just fucking pirate it. Who cares? Our heritage. Our search for a home took us through the cosmos. For many a great cycle we roamed, yet a place to call our own eluded us. In time, we began to despair, feeling the search was in vain. We considered remaining among the stars until a scout returned with news of a world unlike any other. When we beheld Ether for the first time, so great was her beauty that we forsook the stars forever to live upon her surface. From that day forth, the Luminoth were of Aether, our blessed paradise. Backing out copies might be a euphemism for something else. Perfectly fine. I'm not afraid to say it. I know there's enough people that pirate several Nintendo games because it's currently impossible to play without doing it. Are we winning? Sorry, Fangs. We're almost gonna call it a night because I'm very tired, so the next save station is when we're calling it. Agon Bearer Pod, living storage units of the Luminoth. Hardy desert plant form used to store useful items. Tough epidermis can be destroyed with weapons. The Agon Bearer Pod is a hardy desert plant form used by the Luminoth to store useful items and supplies. Its tough epidermis can be destroyed with weapons. It gathers trace amounts of moisture from the air and stores it in a number of chambers throughout its body. It can hold and process this moisture for weeks if necessary. Well, Fangs, I was saying also, next week I plan on starting earlier, so you gotta be here earlier and more on time. Morphology Lumite, photosynthetic flying insectoid. Relatively harmless in shadows, powerful and invisible in the light. The Lumite thrives on light and can render itself invisible to most predators while within it. When out of the light, the creature is relatively harmless, relying on a crudely spat chunk of biomatter to defend itself. Once in the light, it can channel large amounts of solar energy into a deadly blast. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 1.1 decacycles. Body has been badly damaged by sandstorms and heat exposure. Judging by the number of blast wounds, the target was dead long before the desert got to it. Sandgrass, indigenous strain of grass adapted to desert climate. Plant requires no moisture to survive, relying exclusively on solar energy for sustenance. Sandgrass scans indicate that the plant requires no moisture to survive. It relies exclusively on solar energy for sustenance, making it well adapted for life in the desert environment. Evidence of extensive mutation present, suggesting radical bioadjustments within the last cycle. Mutation source is not natural. Plant strain was genetically engineered, possibly by the Luminoth. Right, Suki? Hi. What you doing? Hello. Agon Wastes. The site of our next stream. I hear a power-up nearby. It's probably up there. That's not a reused creature. Sand Digger. Desert-based tunneling lifeform. Extremely well armored. Target exposed eyes 2 damage this creature. Scans indicate that the Sand Digger has a dual-brained nervous system. Both of its heads are capable of attacking, disabling, and digesting prey. It fires globs of acidic digestive fluid at prey to cripple them and begin the digestion process. Its hide is very durable and resistant to weapons fire. Only its exposed eyes can be damaged. And here's the save station. Alright, so we'll be back with Metroid Prime 2 next week. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to start a little earlier than you may be used to for Smashterpieces streams. So if you want to be here at the start of the stream, I'm going to be shooting for around 6:30. So Eastern time, so be ready for that. Tomorrow, me and Joe are getting back to our Kingdom Hearts journey with the next game, Sonic Heroes. So that is tomorrow. And then on Monday, there should be more Nier Replicant. We are in Route C. And focusing on getting Alex all of the weapons so that he can get Ending D. Otherwise, that's where we're gonna call it for today. So everyone, have a great night, and we'll see you later. Is it playing the music? I don't hear it for some reason. I assume it is. Yeah, it is. Okay.